Welcome to Yoga Stretch. My name is Katie. Today we're going to talk about linking our breath with our movement. For those who are new to yoga, it is important to breathe with each of our movements. For those who are familiar with yoga, today we're going to try something a little bit different because you're already familiar with the link of movement to your yoga postures. Today we're going to let the breath initiate the movement. So we're going to have to focus on our breathing quite intensely, and that will help our meditation during our yoga practice. So let's start with a lying down posture. So just lying down with your arms just by your sides. You can have your palms up or down. And I want you to first of all focus on your shoulder blades. Let's press the elbows in the floor, lift the shoulder blades up, hug them together, flatten the back down with the chest nice and open. And just bring your arms down by your sides again. Lift your head up, tuck the chin in, lengthen through the back of the neck and place your head down comfortably. We're going to bring our toes forward. So you're stretching into your calves and your ankles. And we're going to start with our breath. Now, let's focus on the breath in. Start to breathe in, then let your arms lift up over your head. Point your toes towards the floor. Reach up with your fingers and your toes to opposite ends of the room. Then start to breathe out. Now move your arms down towards the floor and bring your toes forward. Breathe in, arms overhead. Can you feel them float up after your breath has started to go in? Reach over your head and point your toes away, and then start to breathe out and find that your arms want to move back to your sides again and the toes forward. Let's try that again 3 more times. Last time, breathe in and breathe out. Let your movement last 3 counts. Okay, let's walk the feet to the end position. Bring the knees to the chest just one at a time and lift your hips up. Just make sure your lower back is nice and comfortable and flat. Now from here, we're going to cross our ankles and hold our big toes with our index and middle finger. If that's uncomfortable for you, just hold your knees or the backs of your knees for some spinal rolls. If you don't wish to do spinal rolls, just bring yourself to a seated position and we'll join you shortly. So if you are holding your toes, let's bring the legs over the head and breathe out as we go. Breathe in and breathe out. Roll yourself back to a seated position. Let's do that another 3 times if you can. Just working gently and bring those legs over the head. That's it, beautiful. We've got 1 more to go. And bring yourself to a seated position. I'll turn around to face you so you can see me quite easily. Rest your hands on your knees and we're going to start with a neck stretch. So drop your head to one side. Place the hand on your head, the hand that's if you're turning your head to the left, it's going to be your left hand on your head. Just very gently, just rest it there. If that's uncomfortable, take your hand off again. Let's try the other side. So hand on your knee. Let's drop the head over to the right and take the right hand gently on the head. Okay, place your hand down and let's lift our chin, but let's try that with our breath. So start to breathe in, then let your chin rise. Breathe out, let your chin drop down. Let's do that again. Breathe in, feel your chin wanting to rise. Breathe out, now let the chin float back down. We're going to do that 1 more time. Think about your breath.
Beautiful. And just bring your head back to a neutral position. Come onto your knees. Now, if it doesn't suit you to come onto your knees, then just stay in a seated position that does suit you better. We're going to sit on the tops of our feet, and that stretches them. If that's not comfortable for you, let's lift up on the knees. Now make sure you squeeze your buttocks and push those hips forward a little so you're working around the hips. Otherwise, you're going to sit on your heels with me. So let's try some shoulder rolls. Put the thumbs just in the creases where your hip meets the upper part of the thigh, the top of the thigh. So let's breathe in, lift the shoulders up, breathe out and let them float down. Breathe in and breathe out, float them down. One more time. Beautiful. Now let's bring our arms out to the side, push through heels of hands, fingers towards you, shoulders down, chest lifted, tummy firm. Stay here for a few breaths. Keep drawing those fingers towards you, pushing through the heels of hands. Try to extend your arms straight. This is a very strong stretch in the wrists. Now let's bring those fingers together and then lower the hands down and bring the backs of the wrists together. So try and get your fingers to touch the forearm underneath. Draw the shoulders down, chest lifted. Beautiful. Let's take a few breaths here. Okay, let's place the hands down on the floor, tuck toes under, and walk your hands up your knees. Now this is a very big toe stretch. If you find that quite challenging, lift up on your knees to take the pressure off the toes. Otherwise, you're sitting down with me. Let's take the hands behind the back and have them in prayer. Prayer pointing downwards. Shoulders down, chest lifted. Let's breathe into that chest. Let's do it one more time. Now rotate your hands so your fingers point upwards. If that's just too uncomfortable to have prayer behind your back upwards, just point your hands downwards again. Okay, now we're going to place our hands back on the floor, but before we do that, we better do our triceps. So lift the hands up, clasp the hands, bend the elbows, point the elbows up to the ceiling, lift the chest up, rib cage stays nice and flat. Let's take 3 breaths. Now let's take the hands down, lift the feet up, pedal the feet or rotate the ankles just to release any tension out of your feet. And then cross your ankles, take a seat and extend your legs forward. Okay, now today we're going to do a forward bend, but I want you to bend your knees, bring them right up, place your feet on the floor, pull your tummy in and lean forward. So your chest is on your thighs and your shoulders are wrapping around your knees. Hold the outer edge of your feet and let's start to walk those heels forward, but keep your chest attached to your thighs. So if you notice your chest moving away, bring your feet back. So chest on the thighs, slowly bringing those heels a little bit further away. That's it. And then lower the head down. We're not trying to go to our furthest stretch just yet. Lower the head down so the cheeks are resting on the inside of the knees. Now breathe into your back. Now breathe in. Lengthen through the spine, look forward, and then slide your feet a bit further away. Bring your chest down onto your thighs. See if you can go a bit further, and then lower your head back down again. And let's take another 3 breaths. Okay, let's lift the chest up. And walk the hands back up the legs, and we're going to extend the legs. Just give them a little shake. Then take your right ankle, cross the left ankle. Take your left hand place it on your right shin. Then your right hand crosses over the wrist and rests comfortably down. So let's breathe in, lift up, and breathe out. Start to sink forward. Now keep your elbows bent so shoulders stay away from the ears. If you can, bring your toes forward, and you should feel a stretch in the bottom leg, the leg that's on the floor. If you can reach comfortably, hold the insteps of your feet, draw your shoulders down, tummy in, and the head to the knee. If you feel that your shoulders are lifting up to your ears, just release your feet and bring them onto your shins. I want you to maintain cross wrists and cross ankles, because this is a little bit of brain gym, a little bit of exercise for your brain that generally likes your body in a nice straight alignment. 3 big breaths into the back. Now release your feet, and we're going to slide those legs nice and close into a cross leg position if that's comfortable for you. So let's bring our hands out to the sides. We're going to take a deep breath in. Now remember, we're initiating the movement with our breath. So let's focus, start to breathe in. Now float your arms up as you continue your breath, and breathe out. 1, 2, and 3. So keeping at that pace. Let's breathe in, breathe out, tighten the tummy and twist to the right. Breathe in, you'll find that you'll want to start to rotate to the front. Breathe out, tighten the tummy and twist. Breathe in, that's it, forwards, breathe out, twist. Breathe in and breathe out. Start to move. That's it. Beautiful. Can we feel the difference? Breathe in, back to front. And lower your hands down. Breathe out. Breathe in. Lift the arms up above your head. Palms together. Look between the palms if you can. Then look forward and lower your shoulders down. We're going to breathe in. And as we breathe out, we're just going to float down to the side, keeping hips and knees quite even. Breathe in, start to lift up. Breathe out, float down. Breathe in, start to lift. Breathe out, let yourself float down. Breathe in to lift. And breathe out, float down. Last time. Breathe in and lifting up. Breathe out, lower your hands down. And now we're going to take the front leg, which is the right, and bring it out to the side. Left foot to thigh. Bring your toes forward, point them up to the ceiling, and make sure that your shin is upwards. So let's breathe in, lift up nice and tall. Breathe out, pull the tummy in, and start to rotate. That should be quite comfortable and easy. Lining up the shin with the center of the chest, let's breathe in and breathe out, bending forwards. So ideally we want the elbows quite bent, chin to chest. Now for the stretchy people, I want the backs of the knee off the floor, and you can hold onto your foot if you want to. Shoulders need to stay down. If you can't comfortably reach your foot, then let your foot go. Make sure that you're just stretching the back of the extended leg and the hip on the other side. 3 nice big breaths into your back and into your belly. And let's walk the hands up the leg. And now we're going to place the back of the hand on the shin. Breathing in, breathe out, rotate the rib cage. We've got a side stretch coming up. And breathe in, lift your arm up. And as you breathe out, let the arm float down. Now, wherever you are, it's the perfect side stretch for you. So draw your shoulders down, hold yourself up. Breathe through the side of the body and enjoy the stretch around the hip and the rib cage. Just the side of the rib cage. If you can go a little deeper, you can hold your big toe with your index and middle finger, and the hand that's resting on the shin, you can place it on the floor. Or if you want an extra stretch with the lower arm, rotate the palm to the floor and reach your hand past your ankle. Let's take 3 big breaths around the hip and the rib. And then release and lifting up and place the hand down. Lovely. So let's bring that leg, let's do a twist first. Take the foot over the other one. Now we're wrapping the arm around the knee. Remember to keep your toes towards you and pointing up to the ceiling. Breathe in, lift the rib cage up, then breathe out. Tighten the tummy and rotate through the rib cage so you're twisted and your head is looking in front of your shoulder. Take 3 big breaths here. Let's just stay a little bit longer. 3 more breaths. And then release. Beautiful. Now let's extend those legs forward and give the legs a little shake. We're going to bend the knees again. Place the feet on the floor, chest to thighs. Let's hold the outer edge of those feet. Wrap your fronts of your shoulders around your knees. Let's start to slide those heels away. And you might be able to go a little bit further than last time. Chin to chest, cheeks on the inside of your knees. Let's breathe into our back and belly. Feel the back stretch with each breath in. Now breathe in, lengthen through the spine, look forward towards me, and then breathe out, sink your chest to thighs, and see if you can slide your heels a little bit further away. Breathe into your back. All right, let's walk our hands back towards our hips and extend the legs, give them a little shake, and then we're going to cross the left ankle over the right ankle this time. Right hand on the left shin, left wrist cross over. Breathe in, lift tall, tummy in, breathe out. Let's go forwards. Now keeping those elbows bent, and if you can, reach the outer edge of your feet, chin tucked in, forehead down. So we want to look for the length in the back of the neck. Breathe into your back. Okay, let's walk the hands up the legs and we're going to slide those legs in. So now the left leg is in front of the right. And we've changed our seated position to work nice and evenly through both hips. Okay, let's start with the hands down by the sides. Start to breathe in. Let the arms float up over the head, look between the palms, and breathe out. Float the hands down to chest. Breathe in. Now breathe out, draw the navel in, rotate. Breathe in forwards. Breathe out, twist to the other side. Breathe in forwards. Breathe out and twist. One more time, breathe in. Forwards, breathe out. Breathe in forwards. And lower the hands down to sides, breathe in. Bring the shoulders down. That's it, tight tummy, breathe in, breathe out. Now start to float your arms down. Breathe in, start to lift up. Can you feel the side of your body working a little harder when you do it this way? Breathe out, just float down. Breathe in, rib cage starts to lift you up. Breathe out, bend to the side, feel the stretch. Breathe in, lift up through the side of your body. And breathe out, lower the arms down. Beautiful. This time the left leg goes out to the side and foot to thigh. Toes towards you, point them at the ceiling. Lift up the rib cage, breathe in. Then tight tummy, breathe out, rotate till the shin is lining up the center of the chest. All right, let's breathe in, lift up tall, breathe out, Start to walk your hands forward, elbows on the floor if you can reach, otherwise a little bit higher. And for those who are quite stretchy, you can hold your feet, as long as your shoulders are not up near your ears, and you can draw them down quite comfortably, chin to chest, and let that head go a little closer towards the knee. Breathe into the belly and the back. Okay, let's release that foot and walk the hands up the leg. Place the back of the arm on the shin. Breathe in, breathe out. Start to rotate through the rib cage for our side stretch. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, float the arm down. Tuck your chin in, lengthen through the back of the neck. Take a few breaths here. If you can, hold your big toe with your index and middle finger, and you can bring your elbow to the floor. Okay, lovely. And otherwise, palm to the floor and reach past your ankle with the bottom hand. So you're getting a stretch on both sides of your rib cage. 3 big breaths. Okay, and then breathe in, start to lift up with your rib cage and breathe out. Lower the arm down. Let's do a twist. Lift the knee, bring the foot over the other leg. Now, lifting up nice and tall and wrap the arm around the knee. Breathe in, breathe out. Start to twist through the rib cage, turning your head at the same time. Place your hand behind your back. That's it. Let's take a few breaths here. Turning forwards again, and let's bring the legs around to the side and come into a cat position. Tuck the toes under, lift up into down dog, and let's walk the heels up and down, pedaling the heels, finding a stretch in the back of the ankle. And when you're ready, lower both heels to the floor. Now if you can't make it to the floor, it doesn't matter. Don't walk your feet closer to your hands. Just have a little bit of distance, so you want a medium-sized dog. Shoulders towards hips, tummy firm. Big breaths into the rib cage. And move your head forward and backwards like a yes movement. And from side to side like a no movement. Then take a walk with your feet to your hands, but keep your heels under your hips, knees a little bit bent. Hold the elbows, chin to chest, crown of head to floor. Anytime you feel uncomfortable with the crown of head to floor, look at the floor. Moving the torso and the elbows from side to side, just gently stretching into each side of the back and into the lower back, around the buttocks and the backs of the upper thighs. Place your hands on your shins, breathe in, tighten the tummy, squeeze the buttocks, slide the hands up your legs, tuck your tail forward, bring your shoulders to your ears, roll them back and downwards. Let's give ourselves a little shake. And we're going to do 2 rounds of sun salute. It's going to have modifications. So bring your hands by your sides. Now I want you to lift your chest up, tighten your tummy, give your buttocks a little squeeze and let the hips push forward. So that will straighten your hips and firm thighs. Feet together if you can, but slightly apart so your bones don't touch in your feet. Let your arms just drop down to the sides. Stretch the fingers out and reach towards the floor. Your shoulders should feel like they're drawing downwards. Chin should be parallel to the floor, and you can take 3 breaths here. Fill up your rib cage with your breath. You can send your breath down to your belly. Sun salute. Start to breathe in. Then circle the arms, open the chest right up, gaze between your palms, squeeze your buttocks, arch back just a little. Chair pose, pull the tummy in, keep the arms lifted. Breathing out, float your hands down the center of the body line to the floor, chin to chest. And rest your chest on your thighs. Flat back, start to straighten out your legs and lengthen your spine. Hands on shins, or on your toes, or under your shoulders. Gaze at the floor or look forward if your neck is nice and strong. Keep the knees a little soft. Weight in the front of the feet. And let's breathe in, breathe out, chest to thighs. Beautiful. Place your hands on the floor and step back. Right foot, left foot. We're going into a plank. Now I want you to squeeze your buttocks, tighten your tummy, slide shoulders to hips, look in front of your fingertips. If you do need to pop your knees on the floor, do that. Let's take 3 breaths here. Now breathe in, breathe out and start to float down to the floor. Breathe in, reach your arms forward. Breathe out, hands under chest, elbows glued to the side of your body. Breathe in, cobra, high cobra. Lift yourselves up nice and long through the arms. Breathe out, lower yourself down. And we're going to place the hands on the lower back. We're going to do half a locust. So press your pubic bone down, squeeze your buttocks together, tummy lifts, then breathe in, lift your chest. Reach your fingers down to your toes so you can hug your shoulder blades together. Keep your legs on the floor. Look forward if you want to, or tuck your chin in, lengthen through the back of the neck. And if you can manage, touch your thumbs together, palms stay upwards. Take 3 breaths here. Now bring the hands under the shoulders. Breathe in, cobra. Tuck toes under, breathe out, down dog. Let's pause here for a few breaths as we rest. Then crouch, look between your thumbs. Step your right foot, then your left foot forward, chest to thighs. Forward fold. Flat back. Lengthen through the spine and backs of legs. Breathe out, forward fold. Deep breath in, sun salute, lift up, squeeze your buttocks, push your hips forward, little back bend, then breathe out. Let your hands follow the body line back to the chest. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in, squeeze your buttocks, little back bend, and breathe out. Thumbs start to follow the body line. Let's pause in chair pose for a moment. Push the hips back, tummy in, shoulders down. Breathe in and breathe out. Continue down to the floor, chest to thighs. Flat back, lengthen. Big breath in. Breathe out, start to collapse down to your thighs. Breathe in, step your left foot, then your right foot back to plank. Breathe in, breathe out, plank down to floor. Breathe in, reach your arms forward. Breathe out, slide your hands under the fronts of shoulders. Breathe in, high cobra, so extend the arms, squeeze the buttocks, shoulders draw downwards. Breathe out, lower yourself down. Place your hands on your lower back for locust. Press the hips down, firm buttocks, tummy lifts. Lift the chest and the head. Extend the arms, reach down towards your toes, hug your shoulder blades together. Look forward or tuck your chin in, lengthen through the back of the neck. Then squeeze your buttocks, lift your legs up. Stretch your toes out, stretch your fingers out. Then bring your thumbs together if you can. Palms up, 3 breaths. Now float your hands under the shoulders. Breathe in. High cobra, breathe out. Down dog. Okay, let's just move a little bit. Okay, crouch, look between your thumbs, step your left foot, then your right foot forward, chest to thighs, forward fold, flat back, start to lengthen, and breathe out, forward fold, just collapsing right down. Breathe in, now move up. Sun salute, big stretch. And breathe out, let the thumbs follow the heart centered down to the chest. Deep breath in and out. Now we've got 2 more rounds of sun salute, but we're going to modify it differently this time. Let's take a deep breath in, sun salute. Arching back, palms together. Breathe out, chair pose. Push your hips back and then float your hands down the front of your body into forward fold. Breathe in, flat back. Lengthen through the spine and breathe out, forward fold. Step back into plank. You can jump if you wish. Now we're going into side plank, so roll your heels to the side and lift your hand up. If you can maintain a side plank, just stay here with me for a moment, otherwise pop your bottom knee to the floor. Now lower your knee down, level 2 gate pose, extend your arm over your head and lift your leg up to hip height. Draw your shoulders to your hips and keep your waist firm. Level 3, bend your knee and take your hand to hold the top of your foot and push the foot into the hand, drawing the top shoulder blade to the center of the spine, feeling your thigh working and your buttocks. Let's take 3 breaths. Release the foot, lift the hand up, extend the leg, place the hand down, come into plank, breathe in, breathe out, plank to floor. Breathe in, cobra, then high cobra, extend the arms. Tuck toes under, lift the hips up, down dog. Just adjusting your feet if you need to. Nice and soft through the shoulders. Now let's crouch, look between the thumbs. You can walk your feet forward or you can jump your feet forward, chest to thighs, then breathe in, flat back. Breathe out, forward fold, chest to thighs. Breathe in, circle the arms back, lift up. And breathe out, thumbs to heart center. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in, sun salute. Breathe out, chair pose. And let the hands float down the front of the body into forward fold. Flat back. Breathe out, forward fold. Step back into plank. This time, I'm going to roll the heels to the other side, lift the hand up, pause it, side plank if you can, for 3 breaths. Now, lower your knee down for level 1, side gate pose. Level 2, extend your arm over your head, draw your shoulders towards your hips and lift your back leg up. Tighten your tummy. Level 3, bend your knee, take your hand on top of your foot, push the foot into the hand and draw the shoulder blade towards the center of the spine. Feeling that thigh working, the buttocks squeezing. 3 breaths. Now release the foot, raise the hand up, place the hand down, foot back into plank. Breathe in, plank to floor as you breathe out. Breathe in, high cobra. Breathe out, down dog. And let's just move gently from side to side. I'm going to crouch, look between our thumbs, walk or jump, chest to thighs. Breathe in, flat back. Breathe out, forward fold. And a deep breath in, sun salute. Lift up, reach up to the sky. Back bend and breathe out. Thumbs to heart center. Deep breath in and out. Then float your hands down. Lovely. We're going to do some balancing now. And we've got 2 balances. So our first balance is a star pose followed by an eagle pose. So let's start by taking our right foot, point through the ball of the foot. Feel the inner thighs switched on, just a little squeeze into the buttocks. And let's float the arms up. Now tighten your tummy, Lift your arms up just below your shoulder height. Chest lifted, stretch your fingers out. Bend the standing knee and then float yourself up. That's it, beautiful. Let's stay here for 3 breaths. Try to breathe into all of your lungs, right down to the bottom, into the belly. Now let's breathe in and breathe out. Float the leg across the other one. Now you can tap your toe down if you're feeling wobbly today. Otherwise, foot to calf or wrap the toes around the calf. Breathe in and then breathe out. Float the arms forward. Right arm wraps around the left. Elbows lock in. Hands to shoulders. Backs of hands together or palms together. We're going to lift the elbows. So let's breathe in. Start to lift the elbows. Lift them as high as you can, but keep your shoulders down. Breathe out. Now float those elbows down. Breathe in. Lift. Breathe out. Lower. One more time. Breathe in. That's it. And breathe out. Breathe in. Start to lift up. Kick your leg forward. And breathe out. Unwrap those arms. Give yourself a big shoulder roll. Beautiful. And we're going to do that to the other side. So take your left foot out on a diagonal. Point through the big toe, the ball of the big toe. Squeeze your buttocks, firm waist. Lift the chest up and bring your arms wide, shoulders down. Stretch the fingers apart. Let's bend the knee. Breathe in. Breathe out. Float yourself up. Pause for 3 breaths, down to your belly if you can. Now let's breathe in, breathe out, start to tighten your tummy, cross your left leg over your right, toes on floor, or pick the same leg position as you had last time. Breathe in. And breathe out. This time the left arm wraps under the right. Lock those elbows in. Same hand position. Let's lift elbows. Breathe in. Start to lift your elbows up. Shoulders stay down. Big stretch around the back of the shoulders. Breathe out. Start to float the elbows down. Breathe in. Lift. And breathe out. Let's float them down. One more time. Breathe in. Lifting them up. Big stretch and breathe out, floating them down. Okay, breathe in, start to lift up, unwrap your legs, little kick forward, place your heel down and unwrap those arms. Big shoulder roll. Now we're going to do some standing strength and we're going to start off with a sun salute. So let's turn around. And I'm just going to face lengthways along my mat. So tight tummy, squeeze the buttocks, lift the rib cage, arms to sides. Let's reach the fingers out, stretch the fingers to the floor. Take a deep breath in, sun salute. Reach up to the ceiling. Breathe out, swan dive, right to the floor. Chest to thighs, chin to chest, flat back, breathe in. Breathe out, forward fold, and lunge back, right foot, left foot, into a down dog. Let's move our hips from side to side, just keep nice and loose in your dog. Then crouch, look between your thumbs, and step your right foot forward. Now from here, you're going to lower your back heel down, and we're coming into our triangle in a slightly different way. So place your right hand on top of your foot, the front of your ankle. Put your hand on your hip. We're going to breathe in and then tighten the tummy, breathe out and rotate through the rib cage. Draw the shoulders to hips, tight tummy. Now can you straighten your front leg? If you need to slide your hand up your leg to straighten it, that's okay. So then I want you to soften your knee. Give it a little shake, make sure it's not locked. Now you should feel, if you tighten your buttocks a little, tighten your tummy, chest is rotated sideways, your inner thigh should be stretching. So let's take 3 breaths here. Okay, let's breathe in and breathe out. Start to rotate the chest down. Place your hands on the floor and come onto your back toes. We've got a warrior 3, but we're going to do slightly differently again. Take your right hand and hold your earlobe with your thumb and index finger. If you're a little bit wobbly, keep your fingers on the floor. If you think you're quite steady, bring your arm up in line with your hip, palms facing upwards. Then float your leg off the floor. That's it. Start to straighten the standing leg. Squeeze your buttocks, tight tummy, 5 toes point to floor, shoulders head towards your hips. Stay here for 3 breaths. Now float your leg down. Place your hands back down on the floor. And we're going to take the left hand and lift it up and over into a warrior 1, warrior 2. Lift your arm up, shoulders are down. Tighten your tummy, give your buttocks a little squeeze. Bottom of hips should come forward. Inner thighs should be switched on. Turn your gaze over your front middle finger. Start to breathe. Just have a little check down to your knee that's lined up with your ankle and not forward. And it's pushed out to the side, so the outside, towards the back of your body. Now let's breathe in and breathe out. Float the hand down, circle the back hand forward. Now we're going to rotate the back foot so it points forward a little bit more and lift up for warrior 1. Breathe in, lift up. So it should be quite comfortable and steady. Roll the shoulders back, draw them down. Now if it's comfortable for you, bring your palms together, gaze up between your palms. Breathe into the belly, 3 big breaths. Okay, now we're going to float those hands back down to the floor and do a side ankle pose. Now take your right hand, hold the back of the ankle, your right ankle. Take your left hand on your hip, let's breathe in and breathe out. Rotate. You can lift the hand to the ceiling and stay in this position. If you find this too strong, rest your elbow on your knee and come into a higher side angle pose. Remember, shoulder stays away from the ear. Now if you can take, if you're doing the first one, you can take your hand inside your foot, so it's going to work you a little bit more strongly. Now circle the top hang down to the hip and let's lift up into warrior 1. Now breathe in, reach up and breathe out. Lower the hands down. We've got a reverse triangle, so you might want to bring your back foot a little bit closer. Now squeeze your buttocks, tighten your tummy, straighten through the front leg. Take your left hand and you can place it inside the foot or a little bit stronger outside the foot or hold the ankle. Take your right hand on your hip, breathe in, breathe out. Let's rotate so our chest faces sideways. And you can lift your hand to the ceiling if you can maintain a nice rotated rib cage. Take 3 breaths here. Quite a strong position. Bend your front knee, hands to floor, front foot back, down dog. Let's pause here just for a few breaths. And crouch, look between your thumbs. You can walk, step or jump your feet forward, chest to thighs, then flat back. Breathe out, forward fold, and a deep breath in, sun salute. Let's lift right up, stretch up and breathe out, thumbs to heart center. Deep breath in and out. Let's do that one more time. Sun salute, breathe in, circle the arms up. Beautiful. And breathe out, forward fold. Chest to thighs and flat back. Lengthen. Breathe out, forward fold. Step back into down dog. Okay, let's crouch, look between the thumbs. We're taking our left foot forward, lower the back heel down, and place your left hand on the front of your ankle. Take your right hand on your hip, breathe in and breathe out, rotate. Now, keep your buttocks firm, tuck your tail under, tummy firm, and lift your hand up if you want to, or just keep it on your hip like you did last time. And let's straighten that front leg. Take your time, keep your buttocks squeezed so you're working the inner thigh and your sideways. Keep your front knee a little bit soft, give it a shake if you need to. Let's take some nice deep breaths here. Now let's bend the front knee, place the hands back down on the floor, come onto the toes, the ball of the back foot. Okay, now take the left hand, hold the earlobe with the thumb and index finger, and then take the right hand, if you're balanced, next to your hip. Tighten the tummy, start to put the weight on the front leg and float the back leg up. Straighten the standing leg, lengthen, shoulders towards hips, tummy firm. Pause here for 3 breaths. Now lower your foot down, swing your back arm up and over into a warrior 2. Buttocks firm, tummy firm, shoulders down, inner thighs stretching. Look over your front middle finger. Now we're going to take the back arm, bring it down to the floor with our front hand, change the position of our back foot to point a little bit more forward. We've got a warrior 1, so let's breathe in, lifting up. Again, palms together if you can, gaze between the palms. Breathe down to the belly. Okay, let's breathe in and breathe out. Float the hands back down to the floor. Side angle pose. So taking the hand on the ankle, the other hand on the hip, pull the tummy in, breathe out and rotate. Your hand can be raised. You can also bring the elbow to the knee for our side angle pose, or just stay in that lower position but bring your hand inside your foot for a deeper stretch. Let's stay here and take a few breaths. Now circle your arm back to your hip and lift up, warrior 1. Breathe in and breathe out, hands to floor. You can bring your back foot a little bit closer. And then let's tighten the tummy, squeeze the buttocks. Take your right hand inside your foot or outside your foot, left hand on hip, and let's rotate. Hand can go up to the ceiling if you can rotate your chest enough, otherwise on the hip is perfect. Keep the buttocks firm and squeezed and take a few breaths here. Okay, let's release that down to the floor. Warrior 1. Breathe in, lift up. Big breaths down to the belly. Breathe in, breathe out, hands to floor, front foot back into a down dog. Just rocking from side to side, just nice and easily. And then crouch, look between your thumbs. Walk, step or jump your feet forward. Forward fold. Flat back, forward fold, deep breath in, sun salute, lift up, and breathe out, bring your hands down to heart center, deep breath in and out, and then lower your hands down, let's take a little shake. Okay, hands on hips, and let's soften those knees, and we're going to step one leg out to the side and bend those knees. So pull your tummy in and push your hips back. You want to have your knees in line with your ankles, or the knees, yeah, push back as far as you can. If they're a little bit forward of the ankles, that's okay. But you want to push the hips back, keep the tummy firm. Okay, beautiful. Let's lift the arms out to the side, shoulders down. Push your heels of hands and draw your fingers towards you. Your feet should be on a diagonal. Now reach with the wrists towards each side of the room. Bring the fingers towards you. Take 3 breaths here. Bring your fingertips together. And let's bring the backs of the wrists together. Try and bring your fingers as much as you can up towards your forearms. Shoulders down, chest lifted. Push your hips back. Take 3 big breaths. Float your hands behind your back, prayer pointing downwards. Now prayer pointing upwards. Release those hands. Clasp, bend the elbows. Lift the elbows up as high as you can, keeping the tummy pulled in, working strongly into the hips. Now bring your hands down. Now let's breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, hands to chest. Anytime your legs get tired, stand up and then come back into the position. Breathe in, breathe out to twist. Breathe in forwards and breathe out to twist the other direction. And again, breathe in forwards, breathe out to twist. One more time, breathe in forward, breathe out to twist. Breathe in forward, now breathe, reaching up, breathe out, bend to the side. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out to bend. Breathe in to lift. One more time. Breathe out to bend. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out to bend. Breathe in to lift. And let's lower the hands down, straighten the legs. Whew. All right, beautiful. Let's let the arms out to the side. Breathe in. And pull your tummy in, flat back, keep looking at me, make your feet parallel, so rotate them a little bit, then lower your hands to the floor, walk your hands underneath your hips, you can place your head on the floor and move the body weight into the front of the feet. Stretch your arms, lift your hips up a bit higher so we can stretch the backs of the legs and the shoulders. Big breaths into the back. Place your hands under your chest and heel toe your feet so your heels are lined up with your hips and you can drop easily down into a squat. Place your elbows inside the knees and push them a little bit wider apart. Keep your spine lifted up tall and the tummy firm. If this is uncomfortable for you, sit in a butterfly pose. Okay, let's take a seat. Hands behind knees, let's breathe in, breathe out. Walk your hands down the backs of your legs. Bring your knees to your chest just one at a time. Just rock from side to side on the lower back. Make sure it's flat and the tummy's drawn down a little. When you're ready, just place your feet as wide as the mat and drop the knees inwards, or place the feet together, drop the knees outwards. Press those elbows into the mat, lift your shoulder blades, hug them together, flatten the back down. Left hand on heart center, right hand on belly. Lift your head up, tuck the chin in, lifting through the back of the neck and place your head down. Let's breathe into the belly.
When you're ready, just lengthen through your legs, drop your feet outwards, bring your arms to a comfortable position. Make sure your hips are relaxed. Start to breathe down to your belly. Let your muscles relax around your neck and shoulders, your back, your hips, and your legs. Breathe down to the belly. Now you can turn off the video and stay in this lovely relaxation position for 5, 10 or 15 minutes, 20 minutes if you wish. And then turn on your video and join me to finish. Otherwise, finish with me now. Moving your fingers and your toes. Walking your feet up to the end position. And rolling to your side. And pause here for a breath or two. Then lift yourself to a seated position. Just resting your hands on knees or in your lap. Shoulders are softened down. Chest lifted gently. Allow your hands to the sides, breathe in, reaching up, and breathe out, bring hands back to heart center. Just take 3 breaths to finish. So breathe into your belly, into your rib cage, shoulders and back, and breathe out. And again, breathe into your belly, ribs, shoulders and back, and breathe out. Take one more deep breath in at your own pace. And have a peaceful heart and a peaceful mind and a wonderful day. Namaste. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed your yoga practice today. If you liked the video, please press subscribe now and write a comment. Otherwise, just come and join me again another day.